What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I have a lovely guest, Lynette, my stepsister. And today we are going to be cutting her hair. And I've gotten a lot of questions on how I cut my own hair at home. And I'm gonna do the same to her, except that she wants it a little bit shorter, so we're gonna be doing that today. But I will be showing you guys step by step what I do to layer and cut my hair. For anyone who's wondering to like tell their stylist or whoever's gonna cut your hair, I guess you could say that they're long layers, not like short, but more like textured towards the bottom on the end. I guess that's like my best explanation for how to do this. But quick disclaimer, I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not certified in anything. I just do this at my own house because I prefer to cut my own hair because I haven't had the best experiences in getting layers. They make my hair very thin and it looks really frail and straggly sometimes when I get my hair cut by other people and when I ask for layers. So I just do this because this is how I prefer my hair. Lynette is trusting me. Yeah. Hopefully. We shall see how it goes. But yeah, let's get into it. Go. Another thing I would like to say is that if you don't feel confident in cutting your hair, your own hair, like doing this yourself, I strongly recommend you find somebody who does feel confident in it. I don't want to be responsible if you hate your hair after you try this, so please consider that. So being in quarantine, we've been experimenting with our hair a little bit. Lynette here, she's just getting a little bit bored. She's looking to cut off like, probably like 6 inches, I would say, that looks like. Still pretty long if I cut off like this much too.
This jacket kind of makes me look fat.
Make sure you brush all the hair out. Oh, and you want to do this wet. Shower or have like a spray bottle. The hair doesn't get all frizzy when you cut it. Think you're supposed to cut wet hair? I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. All right, so now that I've sectioned off her hair, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is like the whole overview of her hair. I kept the bottom section. Basically, I split her hair down the middle. Get a little front view here. Split it down the middle and then section it going down to the ear and then clip it up to keep it out of the way. But we're gonna work with the bottom part first to get our desired length. There's not really much to this part, but I just wanted to explain how I sectioned off her hair before I get into the layered part. So she wants like a mid-length haircut, but mid-length might mean long to some of you, but to her it's pretty short. She wants like a good 6 inches, I would say off. I'm gonna go shorter. For this part, I am just gonna cut straight across. Do your best. Usually when I do this on myself, which maybe I'll like film a separate video on how I do it on myself, but usually for this part of the hair I would just split it in half and bring it forward and cut it like this. But that's if you're doing it on yourself and if you're trusting yourself like that. But I'm just gonna cut the bottom straight across. Are you ready? Oh my god. Now that we have the length down, I am going to unclip one of these sections. First, I'm going to measure it up with the back part. I'm going to cut this part straight across as well, just to make sure everything's all the same length, and then we'll go on with the layers afterwards. And then we're gonna do the same with the other side. So what I'm gonna do is take those sections and put them, clip one side back up to how it was before now that I have our desired length. I'm gonna re-moisten. Don't judge, we're using a empty witch hazel bottle for water.
We're using this recycled.
It's water, not witch hazel, I promise. So you want to gather the section that we took before, so from the mid, like, center point of your scalp, and bring the comb down to your top of your ear. This is the most important part. If you want, like, good solid layers. So you want to bring all the hair up, make sure it's smoothed out, evened out, and okay if the shorter baby hairs fall out, they're gonna be shorter than the layers anyway. And take your time with this part because you don't want to mess this up. So use like your index and middle finger to like smooth out the hair like so. And then, like I said, bring it straight up, and then you're gonna cut straight across your fingers. And since she wants like longer layers, we're not gonna cut off too much. Once you do, like your layer is gonna end up being like a V shape. And then you can always like cut off a little bit and see how much you want to layer more. After you can kind of see what it looks like. So once it drops, see how it's like layered, and you can see how it falls with the rest of her hair. And then you just want to double check to see if you miss any pieces. See if I have a little bit that I can snip off. And then once it falls, you can see the texture. Kind of, not really when it's wet. You'll see it once it's dry. Some pieces are a little bit shorter on the bottom, but that's what we're going for because we got long layers here. And then you're gonna do the same on the other side. So I'm just gonna fast forward through that, and then I'll get back to you. So then I'm gonna comb together the section from the front just to ensure the pieces are cut the same length. Okay. Anyway. Now we have kind of cut a little bit of layers. Bring back those sections that you cut to the front. I like comb it so you can see. And what we're gonna do with this section, just make sure you have that section combed forward so we can kind of give her a nice frame to her face. So I don't know, you probably can't really tell that she has the layers in her hair now. So we're gonna give her a nice layered look on the front rather than like it's kind of chunky and like straggly right now. So we're gonna make it kind of like get longer at an angle, if that makes sense. I don't know if I made any sense in this entire video, but I'm hoping the visuals can help. So hold your fingers, hold the hair between your index and middle finger, and then hold it at like a slanted angle. So you kind of get that, not V, but B shape in the front so it doesn't look uneven. Turn your head to the side. So what I mean by doing this is that it kind of like goes down at an angle right here. That way it kind of forms with the back section better than just kind of looking messy. This is an important step, by the way, if you want to have a cute framed look. And then go ahead and do the same on the other side. You always want to double check to see if you cut the same amount on both sides. So what I do to like check this is like grab the two pieces from the front and see if they both line up. This side's got a little bit more. So now we're even. Okay, so I just cut her layers a little bit longer to make sure I didn't cut off too much, but she does want shorter layers. So what we're gonna do is do that same technique by like separating this section of your hair, like both halves, and then when you pull it up to cut the layers, we're just gonna trim off a little bit more straight across. I'm gonna fast forward through this. Hopefully I explained that good enough. now that we have the lengths for your layers, this is the part where you want to go in and kind of texturize a little bit. This part's a little bit more tricky and advanced, I would say, if you do not know how to cut hair. I don't know how to cut hair, but I've seen multiple videos and have done this on myself and other people like 10 times already. So you want to re-moisten the hair if it's like hers and sucks up every ounce of liquid that you put in it. What you want to do for this section is grab a chunk of hair. I kind of like to work my way around the head, but since we already worked with the front part, we're just gonna leave that section out. And I guess I could explain it like, take a strip, like a stripe of hair, I guess, when you're working around this part of the head. So you want to take it and add a little bit more flavor into this, if you will. You want to do the same thing that you did for those top front sections. Comb it out and bring it upwards so you can get that layered effect. And then to cut this section, I don't cut off too much. Cut upwards, like with the scissors pointing towards the hair rather than like parallel to it. That way when it falls, you have a better textured layered look towards the back. And then you're just gonna repeat this step for the rest of the hair around the head till you get to the section before the front on the other side. Okay, so now that I think I've finished kind of cutting the layers, I'll kind of give you guys an overview of what it looks like dry. Shake your head a little bit. Damn, girl, she got inches taken off. But yeah, this is what it looks like now. I'm gonna style it really quick and kind of show you guys what the final product looks like. To style it, I'm just gonna be using my Revlon round brush dryer thing and kind of curl out her ends. But I already uploaded a video on how I do that. So if you want to know how I put these in her hair or do her hair like this, then I will link the video below if you guys are interested. But I'm gonna do that and I'll show you guys the final result. Okay, now it's time for the grand reveal. Ah! She looks so different. I'm gonna show y'all the new look in 3, 2, 1. Ah! Bro. Wow, it looks so good. You look so fresh. Alright y'all, I hope you enjoyed watching my tutorial of slicing up my sister's hair. I hope you are able to do it yourself, and if my instructions sucked, I'm sorry. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thought I'd film this since we're bored in quarantine and don't want to spend money to get haircuts. Want to change up our look, so we decided to do this. Anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. You know where the button is. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.